Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Vols will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they... 21. So Alabama's offense will get the first swing of the game. Legendary Tennessee coach General Bob Neyland used to say you'd never know what a football player's made of until he faces Alabama. We're about to find out what everybody's made of, guys.
Yes, we are, and this rivalry is so great. Growing up in the South, man, you knew the third Saturday in October was Throwdown, was big-name Tennessee, big-name Alabama, Jesse, and they were going to go at it.
And, David, it just feels like when these two teams take the field, there's just a different energy in the stadium. Regardless of where they're playing, someone's going to be enjoying victory cigars when this one's over. Can't wait to find out who.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the balls, blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
They're getting this guy lathered up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Finds his tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Harris will throw. He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pick. first down. A new set of downs after the complete. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown time.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that...
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Johnson looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown! The defense with the scoop and score. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And he tacks on the extra point. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
He's got his man. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And now on second down for this offense. Direct snap. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Harris back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was, with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give to the back. Keeps the legs moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. Johnson wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Handoff to the lone back. Smashes through. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Volunteers! A great catch and run for 6. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 7 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's going to take off. Last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Harris will throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
They'll immediately call timeout. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. Keeps it himself and gets to first. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Johnson looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Albright. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He's going to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking for space. It's Alvarez. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run and that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Play action. Skips away from pressure. On the move at the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Vols headed quickly to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't accurate as he wanted to be.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Johnson looking to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Volunteers will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. start the drive here with first down to open this period. Just going to keep it after the snap. Quarterback gets past him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone finally. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Going up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Vols want to crank the tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He makes the connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute from a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Volunteers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Touchdown, Tennessee! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. He's got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give to the tailback. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That leaves a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wants to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're bringing heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. The safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. And he's just going to spike it. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. With the clock running, this should be the final play. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind